I mean, so this is a Umarex MG5 that they showed off about a year ago, I think, in Germany. But finally they're showing it off in like the US. But it seems pretty sweet. It's got a micro switch trigger, but it seems like it's going to be using its own proprietary feeding systems. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful replica of like the original one. It's got most of its real functions, folding stock, the folding charging handle that does lead to your ejection port. And that seems where you connect up your batteries, as well as your folding grip, and then I believe your collar down below.
Okay, nice. What can you tell us about the weight? Like, what do you think of the weight? Hefty?
It feels pretty lightweight. I want to say it's about maybe 10, 11 pounds. Like, it's definitely not a full weight LMG. The main receiver of it does seem to be polymer of sorts, but there's a lot of metal bits kind of mixed into it. But overall, I'd say it's a really faithful replica of the real thing.
Let's flip it. Let's see those trays on the other side.
There we go.
Right there. When you said MG5, you mean MG4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easily mistaken as the MG5 was the 308 version, but nonetheless beautiful.
Here we go. This is the first unofficial one. Okay, go ahead.
So here we have an Elite Force tri-shot semi-auto shotgun. So with these guys, they will be gas or CO2 powered. We're not too sure yet, but they will be taking standard spring or tri-shot style shot shells, what we're all used to. But with these guys, you have the option to just semi-auto fire on a 3-pellet shot. So these will be very competitive in CQB fields, as you can lay out 9 shots right there. So they're pretty sweet. They seem to be coming with this M-lock grip, but we're not seeing as much on the bottom side, which is a little unusual. But overall, it's a very comfortable, cool-looking CQB weapon.
And this is it. What's that material right there? Is that polymer?
It seems like the whole thing's built of polymer, so I want to say the price should be relatively affordable. It seems like it's all pretty much polymer. Maybe the stock seems like it's made of metal. That's actually pretty sweet too.
So we got here is the Umarex Glock 17 made by GHK. It is a pretty solid looking pistol. The magazine is pretty lightweight. Feels like a polymer magazine. It's got a little bit of a taper at the top of the magazine here to make it a little bit easier to re-index. Slide right here is pretty solid. I think it's like it might be a full steel slide. I'm not 100% sure, but it does feel pretty solid compared to other Airsoft Glocks. They have a really light slide on them. This one feels pretty snappy and pretty akin to what the real firearm is like. This is a Gen 3 Glock 17 here. You can tell by the texturing on the magazine or the pistol grip right here, as well as the finger grooves and the left-sided magazine release. On the top here, we got your classic Glock U sights right here. Pretty solid, pretty akin to what the real firearms are like. What else am I missing? Other than that, it's a pretty solid looking pistol, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it performs on the field.